instructor Sutherland for Philosophy 1. This is for the spring session of 2015. The basics of the introduction class to philosophy. This time I want to acquaint you with the website and with the course material that will be due. This is our textbook. There are two versions of this. You can get this one with the trees on it. Okay, this is also in our introduction video that's on the website. This is a condensed version of the textbook that was made for this class, and it is also the book that the exams and everything is based on, the tests and the quizzes. And so this is Introduction to Philosophy by Manuel Velasquez, by Cengage Learning, and it has trees on the cover. Or you can use the 12th edition, which is also by Velasquez. It's what this condensed version was based on. And so you can use either this book or get the 12th edition, which is the complete version of the text, either way. All of the material reads the same. There might be some sections that are shortened, but otherwise the main sections that philosophy covers in this class is included in this textbook. So if some pages seem to cut off, that you have the main material that is involved for the homeworks and also for the quizzes online. Also, in addition, as you'll see on the introduction to the course video on the eTudes website, is the DVDs that we use for the course. These DVDs are also streamed from the Mission College website, and or you can buy them individually so that you can watch them at your own pace. That's the point of selling them in the bookstore, and as well as the textbook. Make sure that you go to the campus to check if they have these materials in. They should. Oftentimes I go to the bookstore at Mission College and there's a good stack of both textbooks and the DVDs. So if online or when you call, you might get some conflicting information. Make sure that you go in physically. Mission College definitely has copies of the DVDs. They come in a pink case, and also the textbook. Okay, you cannot order the condensed version. You can't order this version online. It is special ordered for the campus. So we will be using the majority of the textbook, and of course you'll be using all of the DVDs. There's 26 shows, and they're all specific to this textbook. They follow the textbook in order. And so we'll be covering, mostly when we start, we'll be covering the Greeks and the basic concepts of philosophy. And then once we get past the first exam, then we'll start getting more directly in line with the textbook. But we'll be covering chapters 1 through 2, definitely in the first section, and that's what these two videos are going to be covering that we're doing here. This video is purposely to introduce you to the course. You have the website at eTudes. On the left side of the website, you have my welcome introduction video. You can watch that. You do have the course map, announcements. I do post announcements throughout the session. You have the syllabus and modules, which give you dates for things. You have the assignments and the tests that you log into. If you have difficulty logging in on eTudes, do make sure that you get in touch with Ignacio or someone in ITV that can help you with that, but you should be able to log in once you're registered. We do have discussions for the course. You have discussions that are weekly. You have quizzes that are weekly. You'll have 3 homeworks. And then you have a main paper for the course. And information for the paper will be given once we reach that point. And then you also have, of course, the chat room to get in touch with one another, and your grade book, which keeps track of all of the information and all of your grades for everything. So become acquainted with the eTudes website. Check everything, especially the syllabus. We stick to the grade scale, and make sure that you print up a copy for yourself, that you'll have a hard copy just in case you can't get into eTudes at some given point for some reason. But that way you'll have a copy of the syllabus, and then you'll know when things are due. The course map is also going to give you the due dates as well, and especially when you click onto assignments, tests, and surveys. Okay. If you do have any questions, if you see any kind of a conflict, do send me an email and I will check into it. You would post it on discussions and private messages. So send me a private message. I do check them every day, daily throughout the session, and we'll get back to you or check on to the problem that you have a question on. Hopefully everything is fine and there won't be any difficulties. And that you'll be able to get through everything. Again, the homeworks, the questions are going to go in order. Quizzes, the questions go in order. So if you read the chapter that goes with the quiz, you should have no problem with that. And then the paper, of course, is something that's going to be especially assigned to you. It is going to be a philosophy paper, an argumentative paper. And so you're going to pick a topic, something that you want to argue about. It can be something from your own discipline or something that is related specifically to philosophy, but it's going to have to cover one of our topics at least. So metaphysics, reality, knowledge, ethics. I mean, there's ethics, believe it or not, in business. There really are. There's a right way and a wrong way to run things. And you want to make sure that people's needs are taken care of. So, there's always some particular philosophical issue that's related to any kind of a discipline, politics, medicine, art. And the Greeks basically cover that, and that's why we go over the Greeks first. All right, so our syllabus, again, is going to give you all of the basic information. Once you click onto that, then you would, of course, bring it up, and we do have a PDF version that you can print up. And it gives you all of the phone numbers, the address of Mission College, the campus locations for all of the classes. Saturday morning we are at Southwest for the 9 o'clock class, and then Saturday afternoon we're at City College at 1 o'clock, and then Sunday morning we're at Valley College, the Foreign Language Building, at 9 o'clock, and then on Sunday afternoon we're at Pierce College. There is an email for the ITV technical support, login information, and the description of the course, and all of the material that's going to go weekly, and a breakdown of the points related to each assignment. And again, discussions. Now when you do discussions, make sure that you're going to click in on your alphabetical letter, A through L, M through Z, and you want to post a topic, an answer to the topic, and then you want to post a reply to somebody else. That's 2 posts. Make sure you do 2 posts. Don't wait till Sunday to get that done, because sometimes people will post late and then they don't get a response because people have already done 2 posts, and they don't check in on Sunday for those. So make sure that you try to get those done before Sunday. Matter of fact, I recommend that you get them done the very first thing. When they open on Mondays, start getting them done with. You don't have to wait for the video. You can use your textbook to look at the topic. Just because the video hasn't shown yet, you can still look at the topic in the textbook for the discussions. And of course they're open a little bit because it is a philosophy course, so you want to discuss the principle involved and your point of views and about the topic, and then make a response to those who posted their replies. Make sure that you do stick to the subject, okay? And do be careful, because you don't want to get too personal. People can take things personally and they'll take things the wrong way. So keep things objective, and we don't want to hurt anybody's feelings in postings, and just simply make your responses. Material will open on Mondays at 8 in the morning and close at 11:59 on Sunday nights. The grade scale, again, is what I go by. So if your Etudes grade book seems to be off by percentage, I may not have adjusted that yet, but always just go by the syllabus. That'll give you all of the course grades. Plagiarism, of course, we don't want to get into that. I'm going to be using a turnitin.com website that you can post your papers on. That'll help keeping everything in order for me when grading. And you will be told how to do a philosophy paper. I'll give you specific criteria. I've decided to do a single lecture on that, maybe a half an hour, to go over the specifics of writing a philosophy paper. And then that way there should be fewer problems in terms of making sure that you're arguing a particular point, and you're going to reference some philosophers. If it's a philosophy class, you're going to want to reference a couple of philosophers in your paper, and then making sure that you argue a particular point. There's a lot of interesting material. I had one student a couple of years ago argue about Plato and the form of the good and getting the flu shot. So it was very interesting, actually, and I really enjoyed the creativity and being very creative in terms of picking a unique topic, but she was able to take a philosopher and apply it to a modern day position. We have a lot of issues going on, terrorism and religious beliefs, and we have these police shootings and all kinds of things. So keep that in mind. I like current events, and I have a broad range of topics that I have interest in. and I pretty much approve everything. Now, we don't want to argue about a student who turned in a paper last session at another campus about how the 215 Corvette coming out this year is going to be the best Corvette ever made. So we don't want to get into that. You want to stick with some, I mean, it sounded interesting, and I'm sure it was where he lived, but you know, we want to stick with something that's a little bit more global in tendencies. You'll get the gist of it in the philosophy books. Very few particular issues are ever studied in philosophy. These are principles that are broad spectrum, and so that's what you want to focus on. Okay. And again, just if you have any questions, you want to email me at suthercs@lamission.edu, or you can private message me through eTudes, and I'll be more than happy to get back to you. All right, so I hope you enjoyed the class. We'll have a nice session this semester. It'll be a nice spring semester, and we can meet each other and enjoy each other's company online. And I hope that you enjoy taking the class. Thank you.